to Mr. Trump, Mr. President, help us out. It's been almost 6 months and you still ain't bringing gas prices down, Trump. Why? But promises you made, promises you're not keeping. Yes, Trump, please hear our cry. I've supported you 3 times. I voted 3 times in 3, 6, 9 years, Trump. Gas is higher now than it was when Joe Biden was in office, Mr. President.
I knew it was going to be hard and that it wasn't going to come fast. I just wish that things would work out better. I really regret that everything is taking so long because there's so much pushback because I don't even know the reasons anymore. I don't understand why good things have to be trampled on. I don't know why good people have to be trampled on. I don't want a lot. I just want to be comfortable. I just want to not live paycheck to paycheck. I just want to be able to live and work. I work 7 days a week to not even make ends meet sometimes, and my car broke down and I have a few $1,000s worth of repairs to do on it. My son's glasses broke and I can't even take him to the eye doctor. I just want to get past the hard part. I want to get to the part where it's not just crippling. I know he's working on it. I know that it's gonna get better and that it wouldn't have been any better with anybody else. I just really needed things to start working again. They're still not.
I knew that there was a segment of MAGA who just hated, who just wanted to burn the world down and they don't care who they hurt in the meantime. I knew there was that section, but I really, really thought that most of MAGA just didn't get it. I really thought they just didn't understand. They didn't understand economics because it's complicated. They hadn't studied Project 2025, so they didn't know what was coming. But I really thought when he got in there and started doing the things that hurt so many people, that they would realize and that they would, but they don't care. Y'all have been telling me this for 2 months, and I kept saying, no, we just have to explain it to them. We just have. Now, I know there are a few, and I thank you guys. You make it worth sticking with this. But over the last couple of days, I have realized that the majority of Republicans do not care how many people are hurt. And they are exactly what Palpatine said. They're the ones he was talking about when he said he could unalive someone in public and they would still vote for him. I thought they just wanted lower egg prices. I thought they were struggling in the economy and it was hard and they wanted their lives to be easier and they listened to that. And that's why they voted for him. But they don't care. They literally don't care how many other people in this world are hurt. See, the difference is I'm willing to pay more for my eggs. If it means no one in my country goes hungry tonight, I am willing to pay more for my eggs. If it means everybody can have an egg. But they really don't care. And I am heartbroken that so many in my country don't care. That so many won't go love their neighbor. But I want to thank those of you who are. You're the ones keeping me going. Go love your neighbor.
Florida just flushed $218 million down the toilet, and y'all didn't even get a refund. So Florida stands to lose $218 million because of alligator Alcatraz. You know, that shiny new detention center? It's going to shut down just 2 months after opening. 2 months. That's not an investment. That's just a scam with better lighting. And the irony? Conservatives swore up and down they're going to drain the swamp. Well, baby, they drained it straight into their own pockets. Because let's keep it real. What could $218 million have actually done for the state of Florida? First of all, you could pour that money into schools. Florida teachers are scraping together school supplies from Dollar Tree, while $218 million just evaporated in heat. It could have funded food banks in Florida. Florida has families that go to bed hungry. But hey, at least Florida got some type of luxury prison detention center for 60 days. That money could have went to affordable housing. People can't even afford to stay in Florida anymore. Between the rent and the property insurance, it's insane. And speaking of insurance, that's the other thing they could have done. They could have used that $218 million to actually lower that sky-high property insurance that is bankrupting the citizens of Florida. But nah, instead of strengthening communities, building sustainability, or helping citizens survive, the government literally wrote a check to nowhere. So the next time politicians talk about fiscal responsibility with you, remember this. They didn't drain the swamp. They built a luxury detention center that lined the pockets of private contractors and left public citizens to pay the bill.
What's up, folks? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you so much for always come back to watch our video. Now, while some polls suggest that majority of Trump voters remain supportive, there are reports that anecdotes that highlight a sense of buyer's remorse among some of his supporters, including those in Florida. These individuals who may have been part of the Make America Great Again, the MAGA movement, and are now experiencing the consequences of policies and actions they once supported. And this is the F around and find out. This reflects a realization that their vote had unintended or negative consequences for them personally, for the country. Man, we're talking about what's happening in Florida, not only Florida, but even different areas of the country. Man, these MAGA have effed around and find out, but not only them alone, but also they have made many people to suffer. Many people right now are suffering because of them. Now, we've seen tourism in Florida is going down. We've seen about vaccination. You've had a lot about that. But all these things combined, they are making or they are ruining the country. And the bad thing is that they don't care. They don't want to care. They don't want to listen. You know, if you tell them they don't care, they say, oh, we are on the right track, but things are going wrong. Things are going in the wrong direction because many people are being affected by their actions, by what they are doing right now. Now we've seen a lot of money spent in Alcatraz. It was a prison for the immigrants. Right now, the judge have decided to shut it down. Now, that's a lot of money that have been spent. Those are the taxes of the people that have been spent. But right now, Alcatraz is no longer there. It's lost money. So this is a sign that MAGA is ruining, is destroying the country. Not only the country, but also their state, Florida. We have some other videos you're going to watch together. I'll come back with my commentary.
Nothing is better than being MAGA. Here in Florida, let me tell you what we're doing. You see, what happened was Ron DeSantis and all the MAGA legislator here, we kicked out all of the immigrant workforce. We made it clear that they weren't welcome here and kicked them out of the state. That's right. Even some of us MAGA business owners voted to kick out our own workers, and now we cannot fill the work. Oh, but don't you worry, MAGA's on top of things, because right now our wonderful legislator is debating on loosening the child labor laws here, because our genius MAGA plan is to replace the immigrant workforce with our children, our Florida children. Doesn't that make perfect sense and just sound wonderful? The policy we support is actually detrimental to us, but we pass it anyway. Now all the MAGA youth is going to be doing construction on your house. Doesn't that want to make you buy a house in Florida? It's not going to be insured and it was built by a 10-year-old. What could go wrong?
All right, so if I lived in Florida, I wouldn't be around anymore. That's because I grew up with an anti-vaccine mom who would have probably moved me to Florida to avoid the mandates in California, and I probably never would have gotten vaccinated. And if someone came into our community, which was probably going to be a community full of other unvaccinated children, we all would have gotten extremely sick, and some of us maybe would have died. And my heart is shattered right now for those children in Florida that are going to have to grow up the way that I did, not getting any childhood vaccines because their parent made these decisions for them. It is just horrific. I hope that no other states do this. I think Idaho already has, but this is just awful. I cannot bear that more children will have to grow up the way that I did.
And the red state of Florida, the people are the most financially distressed right now, but they are beaten by Texas. Florida's governor and the Republicans are driving Florida into the ground. These people are struggling to pay their bills. Yes, they voted for this administration. This is a little bit of an FAFO. The governor doesn't seem to care. Do you know that Florida is the one that forked out the money so far from the federal government for alligator Alcatraz? They are on the hook so far 100%. So just know that Florida is the number 2 state where people are struggling financially right now, only to be beaten. The number 1 state is also red, is Texas. By the way, there are 10 top states that are struggling right now. I think there are 1 that is a blue state in the top 10. I think 2 are blue states in the top 15. Just know these red states, the poorest, are going to get it the worst. Blue collar workers, red state. I'm posting every single day about really bad economic dire circumstances for red state.
Florida is so broke right now, people are literally financing their groceries like a car note. Florida has officially turned into the second most financially distressed state in America. Of course, only Texas beat them out. When I saw it, I thought, dang, Florida and Texas are in competition with each other to see who can treat their people the worst. See, here's the wild part. A new study found that 25% of Floridians are financing their groceries using buy now, pay later. You heard that right. Loans. We finance cars, homes. Some people even do it to furniture. Now it's chicken wings, bread, and milk. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me because when you look at Florida, a huge part of the problem is the elderly. And it's not like grandma can go get a side hustle at Amazon or the grocery store to make up for the money that she misses every month. The elderly don't have that option. It means that they're feeling the squeeze tighter than anybody else. And the squeeze is brutal. People are delaying payment, racking up late fees, filing bankruptcy, or just straight up not paying bills no more. That's not living paycheck to paycheck. That's survival on credit. And just note, it's not just a Florida story or a Texas story. When 2 of the largest states in the country are collapsing under the weight of necessities, that means it's a sign that it's happening everywhere. So if Florida is drowning while selling sunshine and palm trees, imagine what it looks like in states that don't have the tourism economy to fall back on. And quiet as kept, Florida ain't got it to fall back on no more either. So remember, America will sell you a dream, but it will make you finance the groceries just to stay alive. And if you think it's normal, then you've already accepted living in a nightmare.
Thank you so much, guys, for reaching at this point of the video. Now, we're going to see together things that shows how these people are ruining the country or are destroying the country. Listen, they voted for a good economy. They voted to improve, to change the economy, to make America fast. That's why they said, and they voted, to make America great again. But if you ask them right now, are you making America great? I don't believe they're going to answer that question. So some voters who were drawn to Diti's promise of a revitalized economy and the return of manufacturing jobs are now facing reality of his tariffs policies. Now, they were bringing the economy in the country. They were saying we are bringing back industrialization, we are bringing back industry, we are bringing back jobs in America. But are you really bringing back jobs in America? How many industries have you seen coming back in America? How many industries have you seen that shifted their production plant to America? That's the question you should ask. How many industry? So is economy good right now? Is really economy good as the way you were expecting? That's the question you should ask them. So, man, these policies have created economic turbulence and a sense of isolationism that runs counter to the free marketing ideals they once held. The disruption to the global economy and lack of immediate positive changes in the personal finance situation have led to disillusionment. So this MAGA, they thought when the guy goes into office, he's going to change everything. He's going to help us do many things. He's going to, give us a lot of benefits. But even those benefits you had, they're no longer there. Are you really making it great? Or you're just destroying the country? Or you're just ruining the country? Because effects are not affecting you alone. It's also affecting many people. It is also affecting many countrymen, countrywomen. It started from deportation. Man, these states have faced deportation. And the deportation of loved ones, the one they loved, their own, have been deported. The harsh realities of administration's immigration crackdown have extended to legal immigrants as well. Imagine these people, like you're voting for your own good. You're voting for, enjoying like your country. You say, oh man, this guy is going to take us far. And then after voting, the guy told you, I'm going to deport millions of you guys. I'm going to deport millions of people. They were immigrants, whether illegal or legal, they were deported. We've seen reports like many immigrants were deported, whether legal or illegal. So it means the guy doesn't care. But a good thing I like on this part is that the guy have told you everything. The guy have mentioned that he's going to deport millions of people. So if you are understanding, or if you are able to understand that, you should have thought, how or where are those people that he's going to deport? So that you can know exactly that he's going to deport such people. But you guys, you've never cared. You just enjoyed the deportation, and then you face the consequences once they are knocking on your doors. Once ICE knocking on your doors, when you started hiding. For example, Latinos, they voted deportation. They say we were voting for a good economy. But if I ask you, are you getting a good economy? Are you really getting a good economy? Does groceries prices going down? That's the question you should ask. So it is really affecting you from it is affecting you, and you're the one who called it on your doors. Because if you voted deportation and the guys deport your loved ones, your family members, like there have been separation between the family members, many people are being separated. Many people have been deported in different countries. So are you really enjoying, or you destroy the country? Listen, immigrants were helping the country. Immigrants, yes, were helping themselves, but also the country. We've seen how the farming industry were affected because of losing the immigrants. They lost immigrants and totally affected. Immigrants were the core of the farming industry because they're the one who are able to work on those conditions. Heat, low money. So they were able to work on those conditions, but you guys, you decided to deport them. Now the question is, who are you thinking that he's going to deport? It's you, your loved ones, your family members. So these have hit Florida a lot. Mostly Miami. We've seen what happened to Cubans. Now, when you go to a special case like the Venezuelans, they have been hit. So immigration policies, man, it have hit your home. Because some Venezuelan voters in South Florida who were once like staunch Trump supporters, now they think they are Aragians. So they feel betrayed by the administration hardline immigration policies, which have led to the revocation of protection like temporary protection status. Now let me show you how you guys have ruined this country. Okay, you have the TPS, like Venezuelans. People have given you TPS like a special case, but because you hate yourself, or you don't care, or you don't listen, you've never cared, you just went ahead and destroyed that. You just voted to remove the TPS. So you guys, I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know what was in your mind when you were thinking when you were voting about deportation. Because right now it's affecting you. So you no longer have TPS. So how are you going to do it? Man, it's something that is easy to understand. But you guys, I don't know why. So it has expanded deportation directly impacting their friends, families, community members. So this is a clear case of policies they supported in abstract now having a painful, tangible effect on their lives. It is affecting you. Not only you, but even your community. So you're destroying your community. Man, you are living in peace. You are enjoying America. You wanted to achieve that dream. You want to change your life. You want to change your family situation. You know exactly where you come from. But again, people have given you the favor. But you guys, you don't want that favor. You don't want even to give back. You just say, no, we don't want that. Now your TPS is no longer there. Your loved one is deported. Man, how can you explain that? Right now, the core of FAFO concept for some voters is the realization that many of the promises they believed in have not come to fruition, from economic improvement to helping vulnerable groups. The lack of tangible results have led to a sense of disappointment and feeling that they were misled. You know, many of your benefits have been cutted. Many things, from the farmers to everyone, many things have been cutted. Many benefits are no longer there. You used to have such benefits for helping you, but man, you never cared about it. You've never given value to that. Medicaid, food stamp, such things, you know. You've never USDA for the farmers. Now you even didn't care about your market. You went ahead and lost the market you had for your crops. Right now you don't have the market. And these things are really affecting MAGAs. And right now, MAGA voters are feeling like regretful because you guys, you are ruining the country. You destroy the country. Right now the country is in chaos. Right now the country is in chaos. I know it's not long, it's not that long, you know, we still have some more years, but you guys, when you see how things are right now, you cannot just tell people that you are in the right direction. It's like you are in the wrong direction. You are in the opposite one. You are really in the opposite direction. So that's really what we can just right now sit down and think about it. You guys, you've ruined the country. But the regret is on you. You're the one regretting. I know. Others, they may face such consequences. They may feel bad. They may feel sad and say, okay, things have gone on the election we don't want. But you guys, you're the one regretting. You're the one you're regretting. You will always say, I thought he would do that. I thought he would change this. But he didn't do that. He didn't care about you. So this is one of the red states that is suffering, that is facing harsh reality. So Florida's agriculture and post-dependent economy suffer from Trump's renewed tariffs threats, increasing cost for imports, and crucial to states, farmers and exporters who voted MAGA now regret as crop prices plummet and supply chain disrupt. Voters lament ruining America by supporting policies that inflate everyday expenses without delivering promises of prosperity. What I can say is that MAGA, not only the Florida, but this was a special case to Florida. Man, they are facing harsh reality, but you guys, you're the one regretting. You're the one facing that. So if you regret, it means you did things wrong. Okay? So things have just went the other side. So this is not what you wanted. All right, folks, thank you so much for reaching at this point of the video. Please tell me in the comment section what do you think about this topic. Let's keep our conversation in the comments below. I am your presenter, Fikazo. Thank you.